Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel at Mosaic Maria. My name's Maria. So it's 1:26 in the afternoon on Monday, and I've been meal prepping. So that's why I made the chicken. And before that, I made... What did I make? Yeah, I made a couple chicken dinners, but I didn't upload the other chicken dinner I made. So I decided I had a package of cube steak, which is top round. It's a very economical cut of meat that really is easy to cook, and a lot of people make they make country fried steak, or some people call it chicken fried steak, and they bread it, they tenderize it, they dredge it in flour, and they deep fry it, and they make like a smothered gravy or whatever. Or you can chop it into your chili or your stew. So whenever I want to make a stew and I don't want to spend too much money, or even a stroganoff, I'll get a package of cube steak, which usually is around $3 to $4 for 2 to 3 pieces. And you could take it and pound it out, tenderize it with some flour, but you really don't need to, because it usually falls apart depending on how you cook it. I can't even find it in here. And that is what it looks like. It looks like cubed meat. So what I did was, keep the lid on it, I salt and peppered my 3 little pieces of cube steak, and I seasoned and just sprinkled the flour right over the meat and pounded it out with the bottom of a jar. And you could use, I guess, one of those fancy meat pounders, but you could use anything, a rolling pin, anything, right? So I pounded it out and let the flour get right in it. And then I had some bacon grease from making a couple slices of bacon the other day, so I used that in a frying pan, and I just seared my meat. So I got a good hard crust on my cube steak, and then put it in my slow cooker. And then to my pan with all the brown bits and flavor, I added a couple tablespoons of butter, a couple tablespoons of, a couple tablespoons of butter, and I threw in a good handful of bell mushrooms, 1 onion chopped, some baby carrots, some celery, and just kind of got it glistening and simmering, and then made a little gravy out of it. I took my vegetables out, put it on top of my cube steak, and then whisked in 1 packet of no sodium herb ox beef bouillon to 2 cups of water, a splash of Worcestershire sauce. In there is thyme, garlic, and a little basil, and I chopped in 1 tomato. And voila, we have a stew, and it's nice. So over here, what I did was I cooked up the last of my bucatini, and I have a little bit of butter in it. So I'm not going to be fancy about how I do this. So I have my bucatini right there. And I let this cook for 4 hours. Oh, I also chopped up a russet potato and threw that in. So I let it cook 4 hours. And then on high, and then I turned it down to low for 2 hours. And here it is. So there's the meat. There's the stew. Made a nice little gravy. And you can take a little pecorino romano cheese, put it over the top. I did use a little garlic and onion when I dredged my meat, Could do a little pecorino romano or a whole lot. Boom, done. Really easy. Just set it and forget it. I'm never one to like use my slow cooker and go off out of the house and come back. I'm not comfortable with leaving anything on in the house. I turn off the air conditioner. I unplug my TV. I'm one of those people that unplugs everything before I leave. So I just, when I know I'm going to be home, and Monday's my day off, and I'm home all day, and I try to get a lot done because I'm doing stuff during the week. I totally don't do anything on Monday, but make good food. So, and clean and do laundry and all that. So, a nice little stew. And it's very simple. Like I said, just pound out your meat. You don't even have to do that. Tear it up if you want to. Just cut it up into stew chop. Dredge it in your flour with salt, pepper, onion, garlic, whatever you like, spices. Toss it in your slow cooker. Make your little gravy. If you don't want to make a gravy, you could put, if you don't want to do all that gravy cooking on the stove before you put it in the slow cooker, you can just put your seared meat right in here. Chop your onion, your tomato, your celery, your carrots, throw that in. And with a little bit of water and your beef broth and your Worcestershire sauce. You could throw it all in here. And I did put some basil in it too, and parsley. And then you're just going to let it cook. And the flour from dredging will make gravy, but you can take some of the broth out, add some cornstarch to it, shake it up, or just put a little water and cornstarch and make a slurry and pour it in. Or you can use flour and do the same thing. So I hope you'll try this recipe and let me know if you like it. It's really, really simple. And how much did it cost to make this? Let's see. The cube steak was $4.28. One potato was 75 cents. The baby carrots were 99 cents for a whole bunch of carrots. So I'd say all this for under $10. And you can do a flat noodle one day. Whatever you have. If you have bucatini, if you have penne ricotta, if you have, if you want to do a pasta one day or a quinoa the next day or rice or whatever. And because I put potato in it, you don't really even need carb on carb. And the carrots are actually carb too. So it's just really lovely. I hope you'll enjoy this really easy stew. Take care. Have a nice day. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.